need to get Judge Danforth's permission before I investigate the burglary. As you know, I want to investigate the crime scene. Could you give me the code for the keypad?
Information isn't usually available to the public. I'm afraid I can't just take your word for it. I'll have it taken care of.
Hey, Hans. How's my girl doing?
Hey, Dad. I have a favor I need to ask you.
Of course. Shoot.
I need to investigate inside the Salem courthouse, specifically concerning the burglary in the evidence room. Do you think you could call Judge Danforth on my behalf and get his permission?
Not a problem. You know, this reminds me, next time you see him, you should bring up the Lake Winnipesaukee Regatta.
Dad!
Yeah?
Maybe later.
Sure thing. Talk soon. You're all set.
Great. Thanks, Dad.
You're welcome.
Is there anything else?
I'm just really proud of you, Nancy. I don't know how often I tell you that. I think it's not nearly enough.
Thanks, Dad. You know I learned it all from you, right?
Oh, now I know that's not true. The judge told me about a certain lock-picking incident. You certainly didn't learn that from me.
I may have picked up a few extra skills along the way.
I'd expect nothing less. Love you, kiddo. Go get him.
Judge? Everything okay?
What in the Sam heck is a Bitcoin?
A Bitcoin? It's a cryptocurrency.
A what?
It's a decentralized digital currency.
All these new made-up digital things just go too far, if you ask me. Nothing's ever been wrong with good old American Benjamins.
As you know, I want to investigate the crime scene. Could you give me the code for the keypad?
Oh, yes, about that. Well, you see, I had it written on a post-it note, but I seem to have misplaced it. It should be around here somewhere. Feel free to look for it.
Oh, okay. Don't worry about it. I love a good scavenger hunt. There's a number written on here. No glass on the floor. So the window was broken from the inside. Need to get the list of the evidence that was stored here. Now to figure out which ones were stolen. A map of Salem. No. Interesting. Interesting. All of the stolen evidence was linked to the accused witch's claim to Hathorne House. A CCTV camera. There might be footage from the day of the break-in. Should ask the judge about this. The break-in was staged. The thief must have come in through the door. I went through the missing evidence and was able to get a list of everything that's missing. Judge? Judge?
I'm afraid I haven't been completely honest with you, Nancy.
I know.
What? You know?
Let's just say I can tell when someone is trying to hide something from me.
The reason Carson sent you to Mosam Castle was because I already knew what was stolen from the courthouse. Tegan Perry had assembled a packet of documents outlining her accused witch's claims on the Hathorne House. They were compelling, and I believe she had a real claim. But now, they're missing.
No documents, no claim.
Yes. Oh, what a mess.
Without any evidence or will, what's the legal status of the house?
Well, that is a somewhat complicated question. With so many moving parts and interested parties with crossover jurisdictions,
You're the one who decides who gets the house.
How did you know?
I can tell you're not happy about being the center of such a large decision.
Well, it's muddy, legally, and complicated for other reasons.
Because it's not just who lives there. It's tied up in the town's history.
Yes, not to be taken lightly.
Do you remember any details about the AW evidence?
I don't remember much, unfortunately. Oh, there was this key with its blade shape to spell AW. Very unique. Not sure what it was connected to.
Like this one?
Yes, that's it. Where did you find this?
Mosam Castle. I say both crimes are connected. The theft of the Book of Apologies and the theft of evidence from the courthouse.
Someone is going to great lengths to prevent the AW organization from having a claim on the Hathorne estate.
Any educated guess who that might be?
Practically everybody in this town. Everyone has an interest. Some want it to be a museum, others a carnival attraction. And I'm sure Lauren Holt just wants to live there.
I'll have to dig deeper.
Well, you'll need to do it quickly. I unfortunately must file the papers in 2 days. Otherwise, I lose control of the property and it falls into the hands of the state. And I doubt they give a fig about anyone's opinions from this town.
I love a good ticking clock, as long as it's not a time bomb. Where were you when this evidence was stolen?
If you can believe it, I was here, working. I have no reason to steal the evidence, trust me. It's giving me more headaches than I care to admit.
Do you have CCTV footage from the break-in?
Yes, we do. Huh. I had completely forgotten about those.
Do you mind if I take a look at the footage?
Of course, of course. It will take about a day to get the right footage. Come back tomorrow and it will be here waiting for you.
Do you mind me asking what you were doing 3 days ago?
That would be the day you visited Mosam Castle. Are you asking for an alibi, Miss Drew?
I'm just trying to confirm what everyone was doing the day that the Book of Apologies was stolen.
I know it was stolen. But you know I'm the one that called your dad to have you go look for it to begin with.
Right. But other people might say they were with you.
I was at Salem District Court all day, so unless you're interviewing the fine folks who stole eggs from a plover's nest at Winter Island Beach, or triple parked outside the Wax Museum during the middle of the Harvest Festival, I highly doubt my schedule will have crossover with any of the alibis you're following up on.
One quick question for you, Judge. Do you remember where you were on the night the Hathorn house was burned?
Of course. I was having dinner with my son. It was a very expensive dinner because Jason got the 64-ounce tomahawk chop. And I paid for it like I always do. Ha! You actually suspect me of committing this crime?
No. I just like to get the full picture of who was where, when.
Oh, good.
Right. Thank you, Judge. Also, I thought you should know there's a car parked outside in the handicapped spot.
Huh, you don't say. I'll have it taken care of. Goodbye now.
Tegan, I was able to rule out some...
You need to come here, quickly. Something's happened.
I'll be right there. What happened?
How did it come to this?
Sorry, Ned. Come on, let's get inside.
So I didn't tell you everything. You know, it's just been really hard.
It's okay. I understand.
When I started working at the museum, I was curious about our town's history. Because I think history is the most important thing. Santayana said, those who cannot remember the past are condemned to repeat it. Right?
Of course.
Well, I found out something about my family. We changed our name. We used to be Paris.
Okay.
Samuel Paris and his daughter Betty were the first accusers of witches. They were directly responsible for the execution of numerous people. And they are part of my family.
Oh. But you're the
head of the AW organization. My family helped murder their ancestors. Which is why I've never told anybody, and now everyone knows.
Why do you think anyone would do this?
I don't know. Maybe it's someone else who wants the Hathorn house. No one in AW is going to trust me after this. And the evidence is gone. All of this for nothing.
It's going to be okay, Tegan. We'll figure it out. Hey guys, can you give me an update? Hey guys, can you give me an update?
Nancy, I have missed talking to you. I need some rationality in my life.
Complaining about rationality is inherently irrational.
Right. What's going on? Everything okay?
Not really. I'm at the Perry house. Someone vandalized it with graffiti.
Really?
Turns out the Perrys are descendants of the Paris family. A family who was responsible for sending some of the accused witches to their deaths.
Wow, doesn't she run that justice group? Accused Witches?
Exactly. Explains why she's so dedicated to the cause. She knew and was trying to make things right, I guess.
So, someone is trying to embarrass the Perrys. Means our suspect is still in town.
Looks like. Have you found anything?
Nope. Nothing here. It's been dead quiet. It's a joke. We're, in a cemetery.
If you have to explain it, it's not a joke.
I get it. Listen, things are a little tense here, so I'm gonna stay with Tegan. Can you update me if you find anything, please?
No problem, partner. Western joke. I mean, we haven't really discussed the whole detective partnership thing yet, so...
Frank, not a good time.
Right. Talk soon.
If you're done being awkward, I could use your help.
What? I'm not awkward.
Whatever you say, partner.
Let's finish our search and get out of here, okay?
Sure, but don't rush. We're here to prove the existence of ghosts. That requires steady patience.
And steady equipment. Speaking of which, how are we doing on that front?
All set. I'll use the antenna to search for suspicious cold spots while you move around with the Ghost Wavelength Spectral Analyzer 2.5 and look for disturbances from the other side.
The spectral analyzer? Anyway, are you sure it actually works?
Of course. I built it myself. The device has a top-of-the-line scanner that can detect any disturbances. It might not have found anything yet, but you'll have to stay optimistic about these things.
And I guess this ghost hunting notebook is homemade too?
Thoroughly researched. But yes, it is. You should move over there.
On it. I've adjusted the scanner, but it shows no real signs here. Are you getting any other signals?
Let me check.
There's nothing here. What? Hey, what's this?
What is it? What is it? Is it a ghost?
Oh, no. Well, it seems like some sort of machine. But what's a device like this doing in a graveyard? Something's up.
Oh, that's a motion detector. How weird is that?
All right, put your equipment down. Your plan didn't work. Now we're tracking this so-called ghost my way. Let's see what else we can find.
But I just finished setting everything up. Fine. My eyes are peeled.
Should we really be doing this? I'm already having second thoughts.
Of course we should, worrywart. What is Nancy gonna think if we return empty-handed because you chickened out?
That's not... I am not scared, Joe. We are doing this.
Onwards! Looky here. An affordable but effective fog machine. Should be able to cover this whole part of the forest in a layer of mist. Whatever happened to good old natural hauntings?
There's nothing natural about our findings here. This reeks of foul play. Rope. This was used to make something move to or from the branches.
Check out the spooky jack-o'-lantern. Innocent Halloween prank or sinister scare?
In the dark, it can easily be mistaken for something supernatural. There's a strange powder on the ground. Ashes. Judging by the remnants, herbs were burnt here.
Like incense? Could be something spiritual, could be something bigger. Let's see what else we find. Motion detector, fog machine, pumpkin head.
Rope, burnt incense. Well, you finally going to admit you were wrong?
Of course not. All we've proven is that there are no ghosts here.
So you still think ghosts exist?
I think we can't prove they don't not exist.
Say that again?
Look, the absence of proof does not mean that we can disprove their existence, but what it does tell me is that what Nancy saw was not a real ghost.
So who has something to gain by setting up a fake haunting?
Olivia.
Olivia. There's gotta be some evidence linking her to this. There's no way she brings gear here every night. She must have a stash.
But where?
Why don't we just ask her? To the museum.
We've got what we came here for. Next stop, the museum.
Hey, before we do this, shouldn't we call Nancy?
What? Why?
Because we're a team. We should check in with her.
Let Nancy do her thing and we'll do ours.
Oh, so what is our thing exactly?
Ghost busting. Hey, look! A list of mysterious symbols. There's a gravestone map on the back. If this isn't suspicious.
I don't see Abigail Hathorne Woodley's grave on here, though. Would have been too easy. No matter, we'll find her. Is that a box underneath the gravestone?
Wait, I've got this. This is good evidence. Aren't you glad we broke into the museum?
No, not really.
But look at this! I'm going to go ahead and guess that this will decipher the paper we found in the gift shop. Check it out.
A decryption device of some sort. Time to put you to good use. I've cracked it. Look here.
Cool, let me see. Oh, this is just a list of chores.
It's dated tonight. Get stock from L?
Lauren Holt!
Oh, hey, take it easy there, fellas. What's the rush?
Abigail Hathorne Woodley.
What?
We found Abigail Hathorne Woodley's grave.
What are you talking about? It's not here.
This tastes really good.
A little late for high tea, but it's good quality.
Frank's not much of a connoisseur.
I'm sorry. I don't mean to be rude. It's just a bit strong.
Don't worry about it. Lauren's got some of the best stuff. She gets it from all over the world. Although I usually use the mail order service. She is not my biggest fan. Today was an exception.
You're dodging our question.
I am?
Abigail Hathorne Woodley's ghost.
Oh, yeah. That. Okay, look. I may have helped stimulate everyone's imaginations a little. You know, it's good for business. What I did isn't illegal.
Maybe. But it seems like you're doing it to keep people away from the Hathorne house.
Yeah, what are you trying to hide?
Me? Nothing. What, are you saying that I burned down the Hathorne house?
Maybe.
Well, no. We wouldn't make an accusation like that unless we had actual evidence.
What evidence do you need? She's guilty.
Okay, wait a minute. I'll admit, I rigged up a little theatrical show for tourists and the like, but there's actually a real ghost here. Lauren saw it.
No. No, you can't have it both ways.
Joe, calm down.
I am calm. Don't say that. Why are you looking at me like that?
Like what?
Shh, do you hear it?
Hear... Shh. Hear what? I don't hear anything.
I hear it. Who is it? Who's there?
Where?
There. Right there. Right there.
I don't...
There's...
a ghost.
In the cemetery.
Are you serious? You're serious. Okay. Can you describe to me what you saw?
Just like you said. I can't believe it.
You see? They exist. I've never seen anything like it. And her eyes.
Wait, her?
Yeah?
That wasn't a woman.
Looked like a woman to me.
To be fair, I couldn't see her eyes.
It was a man with black eyes.
That's not who I saw. I saw a woman, and I couldn't see her eyes.
Wow. So I'm the only one still grounded in reality here?
Wait, you saw a woman and you saw a man. But it was the same apparition? This is puzzling.
Well,
What is that supposed to mean?
you never believed. Now there's proof.
Oh, please, Olivia. You never believed in ghosts. It's all theater to you. Only thing you believe in is making a buck from real-lived pain.
Isn't that what you do?
History is different than legend.
It's no legend, Tegan. All three of us saw something. It's real.
Did you find anything else at the cemetery?
Yeah.
All right, yeah, so I was rigging up fake hauntings to scare tourists. Big whoop.
What? Are you serious? Scaring people? Someone could have gotten hurt. You always take things too far.
Get over yourself, Tegan. The only reason people come to this town is for the thrills, not old crockery and moldering period costumes.
No one gets scared or hurt in a museum.
That's the problem.
Hey, everyone enough. Calm down. Remember, we're here for May.
Yeah, well, where is she?
She's in her room. Did you happen to see the red spray paint on our house on the way in? Well, she did. She knows what's going on here. Oh, my parents are going to flip.
Olivia, what you saw was in no way related to your scare setup.
No, it was real. I couldn't get anything close to that. It was terrifying.
It looked real.
Did you track down any new leads for the arsonist? Okay, I'll go first. So far, the evidence seems to be indicating that someone is lying about their alibi.
Didn't you interview everyone?
Everyone except for May. But I don't think she did it.
Nancy, if you're missing an alibi, wouldn't you think that that person has something to hide?
May is protecting something, and I need to figure out what or whom. But I just have this feeling.
Well, don't stop there. Go on.
I don't know yet, but I think it's someone else. Look, we're not going to get the answer tonight. Let's try again tomorrow. It's been a long day.
Olivia, you can stay here tonight, if you want.
Thanks.
The couch, unfortunately. All the other beds are taken.
Speaking of which, where's Deirdre?
She said she might be late. I'm sure she'll be back soon.
Huh. What is she doing at this time of night?